Welcome to Mr. DK Today it's all about field recording.
Mr. DK.
What I got right here is my Zoom H4 for field recording. And I take it with me when I do my field recordings in nature, when I'm hiking and I need a simple setup that I can have for very quick recordings to record waterfalls like this, or when I go into the mountains and I want to record some ambient sounds like bird sounds or whatever it is, or whatever feels interesting and sounds great, I can record into this handy device. It's a very old one, and I know that there are much better devices out there nowadays, but this Zoom H4 is a very nice one. Maybe I will upgrade one day, but it's a very old handy recording system from Zoom, and it is very old, so I think it's over 20 years old now. So I don't know when I have bought it, but it's still in use. Field recording is such a beautiful thing, especially in sound design. When it comes to meditation sounds, or even my packs that I'm creating, I'm using a lot of organic sounds. That's why I'm using these sounds. I came up with so many MPC expansions that made use of my field recordings that I do. Of course I can use different setups, that's for sure, but right now when I need time and when I don't want to carry around my whole stuff from my studio, my expensive mics, and when I hike mountains and when there is not much that I can take with me, then I'm going for this easy setup. It's very easy. I just switch it on and I can start my recordings. And a very important point here is a windshield like this one, which is from a German company called Gutmann, and this is a very good windshield for protecting my sound. So I can change my location quickly, get my Zoom H4 and record these sounds. Just take a listen. And yes, I will come up with so many new stuff, and I'm recording so many things in this tropical environment. There are so many things that I can record, no matter if it's the ocean, the beaches, the mountains, some botanical gardens where are so many interesting animals, interesting birds, sounds that you have never heard before. And that's what we are all looking for. Innovative sounds, new sounds, sounds that are so unique and special that you can use them in your music production, that you can use them in meditation session or whatever you want. So this is what I'm doing with this. So this is my setup, how I do field recordings and why I'm getting more and more into this topic of field recordings. Because I'm a nature guy, I like to be outside because it adds on to my lifestyle, being outside. I'm doing plant music, dub music, reggae things. So there, in this natural genre, natural organic sounds can be used very good. You don't need much for field recording. Wind protection is very important if you do field recordings when it's a little bit windy. Even small winds can have a big impact on your recordings, so that's for sure. And of course you need headphones. I'm using closed headphones for this with noise cancellation, because then I can focus on my recordings and I can hear everything in a very good detail, which is very good for field recording, that you always monitor what you are recording. Where I live, I have so many possibilities in the tropics, in a tropical state of mind. I can find so much inspiration here. And Mauritius is really nice when it comes to nature. We have beautiful nature right here. And I'm going into the bush, into the tropical rainforest very often. Recently I recorded tropical rain, which sounds awesome. especially for meditative dub music. So all you need is just a field recorder which can do decent recordings. You can also start out with your mobile phone. This is also possible to find a starting point and to see if you are really into it, into field recording. And then you need closed headphones, which is best for having a good focus on what you are recording, for the monitoring. And then you need a wind protection, a windshield for your field recorder. Otherwise, your recordings are getting distorted. This is something you don't want, something that you have to avoid to get clean recordings. Of course, you always introduce noise if you are using the inbuilt microphones, which are condenser mics in most of the cases when it comes to field recorders. But you can also plug in external mics. This you can do if you have the connectors there. That's also an option. And yes, you have so many possibilities. You can experiment with things. You have so many different options to start with a field recorder, because to me it's very important that it is a handy device that I can take with me, that I can take out when there is a sound immediately without losing that much time. So booting up time is also a thing. With my device it's a little bit more complicated because it has a quite long boot up time. So if you have a device which is fast, go for that if you have the choice. And yeah, just start field recording, experience your surrounding, your nature around you, and it's a beautiful thing to do so. Feel free to join my MPC community if you have an MPC. It is called MPC Flow State. You will get a free dancehall kit inside. Everything is there in the community. Over 60 members reached. See you over there. I will put a link in this video and in the video description. Greetings from the east of Africa. I'm out of here. Blessings.